Hello, everyone. Welcome to the stream.
Hello, everybody. I survived and now we're here.
I'm so glad you survived. Squeak, go sleep. Take care of yourself. I hope that the HRT follow-up goes good.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, Lily. Oh my goodness. It's good to be here. It's
Mhm.
good to be playing XCOM.
Yeah.
I've actually tinkered with my mic settings a bit, so beans. We'll replay those headpats when we get onto the scene that actually has headpats. I really need to add them to this scene. Um, um, I've been tinkering with my mic settings, so in theory, when I get really loud, it should now not just cut me off, so I can yell in triumph and not clip.
Scream, 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 scream.
Bah!
Hey, that worked.
I mean, it works by default on Discord, but
Oh, that's a good point.
yeah. Anyways, so today we're playing XCOM, the 2016 version.
Sounds vaguely about right.
It was 2014. No, it would be about 2015.
Well, damn it.
What?
I don't know. It was somewhere between 2000 and 2022 this got released.
Absolutely. This is one of my favorite games of all time, and it's a. You know what? Let's just get things started. So we are going to be playing on. I'm actually going to enable the beginner voiceover because it gives us a little bit of extra exposition here and there. I'm going to enable Iron Man mode, which gives us, yeah, we can't save scum with that. Har har. I actually kind of, I like the term save scum. I don't like if it's used as a pejorative because, like, fuck it, play a video
Yeah.
game the way you want to play it.
Yeah, that's how I feel. You spent the money on the video game. Make you happy.
Mm-hmm.
Those who play with the devil's toys will be brought by degrees to wield his sword.
That's not
Check,
a Buckminster Fuller quote. That's
check
by.
out my cool carbon shapes.
It's commonly misattributed to Buckminster Fuller, but it wasn't one that he said. I can't for the life of me recall right now who actually said it, and I'm frustrated because I actually did some research to check that. But
Oh no.
anyway, it's a good fucking quote, though.
Yeah. Oh my god, it's green!
But yeah, I played a ton of the original XCOM, like the DOS version of it, which I think also had a PlayStation port.
Those are the ones I'm most familiar with, but not necessarily because I was really good or ever got really far in them.
Yeah, likewise.
I like this one a lot, but I think it came around the same time as some other stuff, and I just kind of stopped playing it after not all that much time.
Oh no, 100%. Like, for me, I was just hyped out of my tiny little gourd about this.
Commander. In light of the recent extraterrestrial incursion, this Council of Nations has convened to approve the activation of the XCOM project. You have been chosen to lead this initiative, to oversee our first and last line of defense. Your efforts will have considerable influence on this planet's future. We urge you to keep that in mind as you proceed.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh.
Good luck, Commander.
Easy, but I fucking love it. Like,
Are you going to eat the rest of the cocktail weenies, or can I have them, Commander?
I also fucking just adore the design of the Sky Ranger. It's so fucking choice.
Mhm.
I want to gush a bit more about the history of this game. So, the history of XCOM is tightly wound up with British television, particularly Jerry Anderson shows like, UFO. In the UK release, XCOM was called UFO Enemy Unknown. It was called XCOM UFO Defense in other territories. So when they came to making this Firaxis remake, it was just kind of decided, okay, let's just mash them together, XCOM Enemy Unknown, and it's fucking great. But like a lot of the inspirations for this came from the Jerry Anderson TV show UFO, which had a kind of similar premise. It was, going around trying to uncover alien infiltrators and stop them from, doing insidious shit to the Earth. It kind of also shares some themes with Captain Scarlet. But yeah, it's really fucking good. So how do we enter the raffle to get a character named after us? We will get to that when we're on the loading screen for the next mission, because we can't actually name any characters until we finish the first combat assignment, so we'll get to that. Okay, so first things first, we need to pick our base location. So each region offers slightly different bonuses. So North America gives us a big boost to aircraft and aircraft weapons. And you don't tend to buy a lot of aircraft, but when you do, they are hideously expensive. Europe, laboratories and workshops cost 50% less to build and maintain. Also pretty great. You build a laboratory and you get more scientists, which lets you research faster. I'm slipping all over my words here. You build a workshop and you get more engineers, which helps you build more cool things faster. Asia, that reduces cost of one-off projects in the Foundry and the Operative Training School. So, like, that's small improvements to gear, that's improvements to squad size, things like that. Oh, hey, Metasign. Oh, no worries. Get yourself some sleep. South America completes autopsies and interrogations instantly, which...
Oh my.
Will not really comment on the weird political stance of that being a whole continent's bonus, but whatever. That's useful because you will be doing a lot of interrogations and autopsies of aliens throughout to learn more about them. So having that just be done instantly means that they don't get in the way of other important research. And Africa is just a straight up 30% boost to funding. What sounds good to you?
What feels good to me is either Europe or South America. Those both sound extremely useful.
Yeah, I'm done with South America, I think. Let's go with that. I don't think I've completed a playthrough from South America before.
Let's go to Brazil, everybody.
We are going to Brazil. Oh,
so that's where we're going
fucking...
next.
We are going to Brazil.
Local broadcast indicating alien activity.
Oh, look, you're talking to Central.
Get down there and eliminate any
Ah.
hostiles.
Okay. Now, I might need to move us about a bit, depending on what parts of the UI we're obscuring. Let's see.
Oh, that's fair. Hey, soldiers, Jerry the Face Rock here. I may or may not have accidentally caused or called an alien invasion of Earth, but they ruined my plans. It was supposed to be a dinner party, not a war. So I'm trying to sabotage them with my mind powers. It's not going well, but I'm trying. These heckin' Funkatronians are fucking hecking the place up, god damn it.
Okay, we are very in the way. um,
Nice.
let me see.
You're Harris. I am Assault. Those are our
So
new
true.
names.
So true. Let's see. Let me just adjust us a little bit.
I like watching these four friends just kind of animating here. Just in a constant state of, what was that? It was probably nothing. What was that? It was probably nothing. What, did you hear something? It was probably nothing.
Oh, oh my! I completely forgot that I'd actually done the smart thing and moved us onto the same layer as everything. There we go.
No?
I mean, I guess we could kind of float here.
Imagine if idle animations were a thing IRL. Is that stimming?
I think that's stimming. There we go. We'll get cozy there.
Yay.
Okay.
I can sit on an assault rifle.
Sure can, my love.
I really don't think I'm great at these sort of tactical games, but damn, I love them.
Yeah, I'm not fantastic either. This is why we're playing on normal and not classic. But
There now. Alien object in sight.
Alien life on Earth. We're witnessing something never before seen in recorded history.
Oh, you're naked.
spare.
Man.
This game does have fog of war. It plays a pretty significant part. So
Everybody vapes in the future, so it's kind of hard to see anything.
I mean, look at this thing. It's just chuffing like mad.
The Mega Vapotron.
So, core mechanics. Your soldiers have 2 moves per turn. They can use those moves to move once and then shoot. They can move twice, which is dashing. Like, why is it not? Oh, I guess. Hang on. Dashing. There we go.
Dashing!
Dashing. There we are. If they only move once, they can then use something else. Like, some soldiers can fire if they've moved once. There are some weapons that require you to remain stationary to use, but we'll get into that later.
I see those shields, and I'm presuming it's full cover and half cover.
Exactly correct. So, I'm gonna
Oh,
try-
right, you can use a turn to play Overwatch on your phone.
Yeah. You imagined a game the other day and you're not sure if it already exists. Mario Kart, but it's golf.
You mean
Oh.
Mario Golf?
I mean, I guess, like, what the golf kind of does some stuff like that, but it's not the core focus.
Driving a car to hit a giant golf ball? Rocket League?
Oh, yeah.
It was a giant soccer ball. But
Okay, so that was Overwatch. And just generally a big missed opportunity all around.
uh-huh.
Okay, those troubled yells from several soldiers were because they are now being flanked by this fella here.
We
Which you
just
can
want to look at all of the choo-choo trains.
you can tell if someone's flanked or you know, just generally in a bad cover position because they'll have that yellow shield. So to stop
to
that,
represent the piss that they're emptying into themselves,
pretty much.
which is a free action.
Giant golf club smacking your cart along. Ooh. So gonna move this person into cover. They are now outflanking this person who's just completely exposed. It's a bit of a long shot, but they have a fairly good chance of hitting and a very good chance of critical. So let's just try it.
Nice.
And down they go.
Their weapons appear to self-destruct when the operator dies. We should look closely for any fragments that could be salvaged for our own development.
This is the part that I found really, really cool about the original. Is just like the getting the bodies back and doing autopsies and trying to reverse engineer all the weapons and slowly outfitting. That's so cool to me.
It's incredibly fucking cool, and that's very much a part of this as well. I think rather than fuck around with that guy, I'm just going to...
Commander, you may want to instruct your men to exercise restraint when using explosives. While certainly effective at killing aliens, they also destroy the artifacts we're hoping to recover from the bodies. Just something to consider.
That particular voice in my ear is Dr. Valen, our head scientist. That was a phenomenally lucky shot, also.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I can't speak to the veracity of what I'm about to claim with absolute authority. I know the big meme is that anything other than like 98% hit chance is almost a guaranteed miss. I feel like I remember reading in games like Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff, the in the background it actually fudges the numbers to make you feel like they're more accurate because humans aren't very good at assessing percentages.
Yeah.
So
I think
a 90% chance or like an 85% chance to hit is really a 95% chance to hit or something like that, and they don't do that with this game, which is why it seems like nobody can ever hit anything ever.
Yeah, I think that's accurate. I'm pretty sure that there was at least one actual-ass research paper that looked into... Oh my god, okay.
But also they just...
Yeah.
I think part of it is getting to watch how badly they whiff it.
Yeah.
Good work out there, Strike One.
If I may, Commander.
Well, dang.
Labs are on high alert.
So, Lily asked, what are the green or orange pylon things? So the green pylon-looking things are drop pods for the aliens. They are just kind of scenery pieces that provide hard cover. The orange things are canisters of meld, which is a resource that's introduced in the expansion for XCOM Enemy Unknown called XCOM Enemy Within. Meld is a special resource that lets you do all sorts of fancy stuff that we'll be getting into later. But essentially it's also a mechanic to encourage you to be a bit more risky, because the meld canisters self-destruct after like 5 turns or so. It depends on the mission, depends on a lot of things, but it's to kind of encourage you to be a bit more aggressive and play off a bit more risk-reward in order to get the well, those canisters.
That makes sense.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
We're gonna have a bit of a cutscene here. Look at that fucking beautiful machine. I love it.
It is very good.
Welcome to XCOM.
Reminds me of the Pelicans from Halo. Oh, hey, bud.
Central Officer Bradford. My role in this project is twofold: providing
Your mom
tactical
did that for
support
you?
our field operations and keeping you briefed on the current situation. My efforts should
Tell her
allow me to
she's
focus
a
on
really
the
good
bigger issues at
seamstress.
hand. Speaking of which,
Does she have an
we have a
Etsy?
soldier waiting for a promotion in the barracks. I'll let you get to it.
You're a cozy little snuggle boy, aren't you?
Yes, I am, Commander.
Not only did our troops return safely, but the meld they recovered will certainly advance our development of new technologies based on this substance.
The meld they recovered that we definitely know what it is and what it's called.
Exactly. Meow. That stinks.
Oh.
Commander to the research
we're going to be getting a lot of that. So I'm going to open the raffle for naming people. Let's see. Mela, thank you for the 16 months. Hell yeah.
Bark, bark, bark. Thank you, Carmela.
Okay, start giveaway. So, exclamation point naming, please. And in the meantime, I'm going to go through and promote these guys.
Our snipers specialize in dealing massive amounts of damage from afar. But without sufficient training, they're vulnerable in close combat situations.
Snipers specialize in sniping with sniper rifles.
So we can customize characters that
just like it sounds,
that you get.
The support class provides that intangible edge our squads need. They make everyone around them better.
So we can like
To the research labs.
change folks'
The heavy weapons
gender really
provides
easily.
a crucial service to the squad. With the rocket launcher in tow, there are demolitions experts.
Look how angry.
The recovered artifacts are being unloaded, and the research team is waiting your orders. We'll get started as soon as you give the order, Commander.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
Nice. Okay. I wish I could get it to allow, you know, more than one winner at a time. So I guess I'm just going to run this a few times. So let's see. Alright. Well, Stinks, do you want to be any of these particular
Commander
classes,
to the
or
research labs.
just
Commander
a
to the research labs.
unclassed mook? Support, okay. And everyone else, if you want to type exclamation point naming again to re-enter, we'll raffle these off. Okay. So, what do we want to name you? Just while
Commander
we're
to the research
waiting
labs.
for that,
Commander to the research labs.
I'm gonna set their armor tint up like I like them. I tend to color our support classes in white armor. Stinks, if you just want to give a first name, last name, be amazing. We're gonna run another giveaway, another naming raffle. So again, type naming.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the
there we go.
research labs.
Okay, nice. If there are any particular changes you want to make here,
Commander
just
to the research labs.
shout it
Commander
out.
to the research labs.
I was sure
Let's
you
get
could,
to the fucking research labs. Give us a goddamn minute.
I was sure you could switch genders. Oh well. All right, Cora. What's your soldier? You got a heavy,
Commander to the research labs.
sniper
Commander to the
name?
research labs.
Oh, Spiffy. There's yours, and I'm gonna run this giveaway one more time, and we'll run that again when we have to roll. Okay, Cora wants the heavy.
Commander to the research labs. Commander to the research labs.
I'm gonna find Commander just completely dead, face down in a bowl of
Yeah.
Campbell's soup. I'm like, oh, maybe we should have checked on them earlier.
Okay.
Commander to the
What's the
research
name?
labs. Commander to the research labs.
Lead. Nope. All right, Spiffy. You got sniper. What's your poison? What's your name? You want?
Amanda Hug and Kiss.
Bill Games. Excellent. We will be able to give them nicknames as well later on, but you know, we'll get to that.
When they've earned
Commander
nicknames.
to the research labs. Commander to the
All right,
research
Mela.
labs.
You're the last one for now. Who'd you fancy?
Ooh. I watched that one person's hair grow out of their skull. That was a bad time.
Commander
there's
to
some
the
amount of
research
pop in.
labs. Commander to the research labs.
Randy Butternubs.
I like Randy Butternubs. That's
I
a good name.
Do like Randy Butternubs. Okay.
Yeah. Sorry, Daniel Bitcoin. That was what I thought when I saw that name too. Initial 20.
Okay. We'll run a few more raffles as we go on. Mainly as we need to introduce more soldiers as folks get taken out and you know, other things like that. Okay, I'm going to the fucking research labs.
Hello, Commander. My name is Dr. Valen. I oversee the research.
I figure
labs.
you'd forgotten
This
since it's been
is
so
where
long
all
since
of
I talked to
XCOM's
you.
research and development takes place. We have already begun analyzing the artifacts recovered from our first encounter with the aliens. Based on our preliminary findings, we believe we can use them to develop some new equipment for our soldiers. With your approval, we will begin research immediately.
And Lily, yes, extremely silly.
I just want you all to know if I decide to enter the raffle and win a heavy, I'm going to name them. I'm going to want a Polish one, and I'm going to name them Zbigniew. Zbigniew Guns.
Commander to engineering.
Okay, now we're getting called to engineering. Okay, I love Bilgames. Bill Games. Okay, so we have a few different things that we can kick off our research with. Xenobiology is kind of foundational to
Okay,
being
now,
able to
hold on. We need to talk about the image in here because what I'm seeing up there is like a big test chamber with a little alien and two like robot legs hanging off of either side that I presume we're just going to kick him until he cries uncle, and then we're just going to write notes down in a chalkboard about it.
Funnily enough, that's a rendering of the alien containment vessel, and while they don't kick him, they do cause him pain. So,
great.
Commander to engineering.
So yeah, xenobiology gives us a foundational understanding of, well, the alien's anatomy, and we can start understanding what the fuck we're dealing with. Weapon fragments, that it starts off our path into understanding the armaments that these guys are bringing to the table. Alien materials, this starts us down the armor research tree, essentially. And meld recombination gets us kicked off with the expansion resource, meld.
Commander to engineering.
Ooh, okay. What would you recommend? Because my first thought is weapon. Get good or gunner.
Yep, that's a good point, honestly.
Commander,
Sweet.
I realize our troops have to put their own
Hey,
survival
soldiers,
first.
Admiral Jerry the Face Rock here. Keep up the great work, and thanks for getting that meld. I was very feisty.
New artifacts.
Mikhail is the canon name of the TF2 Heavy. That's very good. Can Randy Butternubs be a medic? Maybe. What?
Commander to engineering. Commander to engineering.
The classes of each soldier are randomly generated, so just luck of the draw there. Okay, I'm in engineering.
I was wondering when you'd be stopping by. Welcome to engineering. Anything they can dream up in the research labs, they can
Nagged.
build it here.
This defense is hitting the bricks.
Dr. Valen has just sent us some new schematics. With your approval, we will begin fabrication.
Yes, I heard that he does have a PhD in Russian literature. That's fucking great. I love
That's
that.
awesome.
Okay, so first things first, we want to get a med kit because if we run into trouble out in the field, that lets us pick soldiers up and let them not die.
Makes sense to me.
We will want to build more satellites, but right now,
Commander,
uh-oh,
our current
not enough
satellite uplink
uplinks.
facilities are at full capacity. We should build additional uplinks as soon as possible to allow for new satellite deployments.
We've still got some room to grow up here,
Ooh.
but if we really want to expand our facilities, we're going to have to start excavating beneath the base. Unfortunately, the deeper we go, the more it's going to cost.
So, we don't have a lot that we can build to start with. We will want a satellite uplink pretty soon.
Commander to mission
You can see our power requirements
Commander
up
to
there,
mission control.
which means we're fairly full. We can build a thermogenerator over steam vents. So we can probably build an access lift down here and excavate this part of the caverns and start building our power structures over here. The thing about a lot of the structures in this is that there are adjacency bonuses. So
Nice.
yeah, it's great, but it's kind of punishing if you get a weird layout of like steam vents or something. In any case.
Right.
Work crews are on their way to begin construction. I'll send word when the new facility is operational.
Commander to mission control.
We are in demand.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. As prophesied by the ancient druids in times antediluvian, long forgotten by the hearts of man, I've returned to the realm once more. Hey, Alice!
Wow, hello.
Okay, so now we just scan and wait. And then that happens.
Commander, we've picked up multiple requests for assistance. Abductions in progress are marked
That
on
dude
the
was
hologram.
huge.
I know! It was kind of chilling. So, one thing that this game does differently than the original is that the strategic section of it is significantly different. So, rather than tracking every UFO out there, the game will just periodically say, hey, choose between one of three places to help. Places that you do help will give you a reward. Places that you don't help, this panic level will rise. If the panic level maxes out and stays there for too long, that country will duck out of the XCOM project, and you will no longer get funding from them, which is bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're not late, Water. We're just getting started. And Alice, no worries. Have a good time at class. So, we have Sydney, which is going to give us some money reward, which is always nice. Germany, scientists, which great, that speeds up our research. And Nigeria, which gives us engineers, which speeds up construction of special projects that need engineers.
Oh boy.
Yeah. What do you think, Co-Commander?
Ooh, well, I guess I would say engineers.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. I feel like the money is broadly useful. I guess we're not going to get much out of the research we're doing now until we can build this stuff, so let's get some engineers going.
Alrighty.
Everyone grenades. Sniper grenade.
Let's see.
Lily asks, did you hear about that prank someone in Sydney did where they put Welcome to Perth on top of a warehouse to
Oh
scare
my
people?
god, yes, absolutely.
I had heard of that. It's so cruel. That's Mojo Jojo wiping away at tier levels of cruel. I love it.
Hey, Squaddy Ulbari, Squaddy Games, Squaddy Davidson, and Rookie Butternubs.
Oh, rookie Butternubs.
Also, the fucking music in this game slaps supremely.
Listen up. We're going to be dropping you deep in the Nigerian interior for the next operation. Alien activity continues to surge within several major cities. Our response is crucial to minimizing the spread of panic.
Okay. I would fucking do crimes for a Sky Ranger model kit.
Big Sky, reading you 5x5. Strike 1 has the green light for deployment.
Okay. So, we have a couple of different weapons on this this one. We have Bill Games has a sniper rifle, which obviously means he needs to usually hang back and what have you. And Gustav here has a very large gun. Which does a lot of damage. Chamomile only has the standard assault rifle just now. The support class does not get any specialized weapons, unfortunately.
Let's do this.
Fair.
Off you go, Randy.
That's what we're looking for.
Look at his butt.
Can you bring someone in with a rocket launcher? Oh. That's what this button's for. Can't really get in close to show it off, but we got a rocket launcher. Okay. So, starting out, the do you get penalized for using rockets? It means that any equipment that the alien was carrying is destroyed. You still get their corpse, so kinda, but not really super deeply penalized. So I'm gonna move Billy.
It's a trade-off, I suppose.
Yeah.
Billy's had some research.
Yeah. Let's see. Report they explode when exploded. Exactly, that's what you learn from experience. But our heavy weapons fella on Overwatch, and Chamomile's going to do the same. Oop. Oh. Oh, what a shot!
Wow.
Right through the fucking taxi. Ouchie. Okay, that is probably going to put our heavy out of action for another couple of missions once we're back, because
Damn, that was close.
early on, you have just very basic bench body armor, and it does not protect you from fucking anything.
Right. It's just corporate issue track pants don't really.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go for that guy, because he's kind of menacing our heavy right now.
Yeah.
Nice.
Nice. Done.
The closest I've gotten to an XCOM game is Mario vs. Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Yeah, that actually looks really fucking good, honestly. Another really good XCOM-like game is... Oh geez, one of these guys is on Overwatch. Uh-oh. Turns out they're terrible shots, though. Another really good XCOM-like game is Chroma Squad, which is basically XCOM, but you're a team of Sentai. Well, you're making a Sentai show, except you're also kind of being Super Sentai for realsies. It's complicated. Anyway, I feel like we're. Will it cause damage to a friendly object? Oh, I guess I'm getting the meld in the... There we go.
Definitely okay to do that on a bridge.
Oh, yeah.
So okay to do that on a bridge.
Oh, what was the name of the game where you can be a Sentai? Chroma Squad. It's very good, and it has a fucking excellent theme tune. Is suppressive fire something you can do in this game? Yep, that is a promotion that the Heavy can get. Chroma Squad. So close on natural 20. Oh yeah, they do that. Cars, I mean.
Great.
Chroma Squad is great fun. I feel like we thought about doing that on stream before, but...
Don't know that I've heard of it.
Oh.
Got it.
It's fun. Okay. Randy can sit there and...
Randy.
Randy. Car exploding is just a car rusting really fast. I mean, you're not wrong.
Paso ligero.
Boing, boing. I might actually put Chamomile next to our Heavy there, so that she can heal him up on the next go round.
Hey, you hear anything?
Oh. Oh, come on, Randy. Randy!
Randy.
God damn it, Randy.
Enemies in sight.
Oh shit, we gotta get the fuck out of here, dude.
Randy, your sticks.
Sticks.
Sé fuerte y regresa al combate.
It's like the stuff my dermatologist used to spray in my face.
Oh no.
I don't know what the hell that was. I have an appointment. I'd go see him and he'd be like, "Hey, how's it going?" And he'd pull out this fucking neuralizer and blast me with liquid nitrogen in the face or something.
You sure it wasn't like mace or something?
On the move.
So then I'm an unstoppable force because it only kind of felt uncomfortable.
Reloaded.
Delta, I understand Randy, your sticks. I'm very happy to hear it. Oh. Okay, Randy, redeem yourself. God damn it, Randy!
Randy.
Got a lot of heat on me.
Screw the fire.
Okay, we're gonna sneak Gustav up a little closer. Okay, so what's happening here? This alien is providing kind of extra health and stuff to this alien. So that gives them an extra hit and it makes them more dangerous overall. However, Gustav here has a fairly clear line of sight on the one that's doing the psychic projection. Which means...
Nice.
And the other one gets Jimmy Neutron brain blasted.
Mission accomplished.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So, we're gonna need to raffle off a new name. So once again, type exclamation point naming, because unfortunately, Gustav's going to be out of it for a little bit.
The assault class serves as our front line. They're the first ones into a fight, and the last ones out.
And Randy has been promoted to the assault class. We also have the urban combat badge. We'll also raffle naming the medals, I think, because that could be fun.
Oh.
We will be in touch, Commander.
Let's get down to the barracks.
Commander, you can now honor our soldiers by awarding them medals for accomplishments you deem appropriate. You can view and award medals in the barracks.
There we go. Randy's looking dangerous. Okay, a natural 20.
Commander to the situation.
I'm also going to do name a medal. Butternubs. Randy Butternubs. Alright, a natural 20. First name Guantes. Okay.
I'm scared. Oh. Egg glove?
Egg glove.
Does that mean like ball sack?
Oh my god, it might. Okay, if you want to get an opportunity to name one of our highest accolades,
Commander to the
you
situation
can type exclamation point naming.
Commander to the situation room.
Right now, it is the Urban Combat Badge.
Guantes huevos. Guantes huevos. Guantes huevos.
I don't get it.
I don't get it. Oh no.
Ah, Delta. Alright.
Commander to the situation room. Commander to the situation room.
Want these flavors. I see. I see. The Urban Combat Badge can give a couple of buffs. Either +5 defense when in cover, or +5 aim against enemies in full cover. Which is... Yeah, it's good. I feel like I want
Commander to the situation room. Commander to the situation room.
Extra aim against enemies in full cover.
Yeah,
that's going to be useful.
It feels very useful.
Okay, Delta, just let me know when you've got a name for that medal.
Commander to the situation room.
I'm going to go to the situation room because otherwise I'm going to go insane.
Every member of the council is going to
And we don't have a room for that yet.
So we should plan the deployments carefully.
Oh, we actually have a satellite available. Neat.
Ooh.
Forgot about that. Okay, so launching satellites is also very useful because that increases the boosts that we get from each country. So US will provide us with extra money, and also we'll gain additional scientists and engineers per month. And if we are able to cover the whole of North America, well, North and Central America.
We'll monitor that contact, but I don't think it's related to the UFO activity.
So these three, that will get the air and space ability.
Oh, okay. So we get that starting ability. That's cool.
Yeah. So we can think about where we want to focus our satellite deployments. I am inclined to deploy it to Germany to try and reduce panic there as well.
Sounds good to me.
Satellite uplink facilities at maximum capacity. Additional uplink required.
So as it mentions, we'll... Oh, the LGBTQ plus ally medal. Love it.
Nothing to report at the moment. Boards are clear.
Let's get back to that medal. Excellent. And Bill Games, big LGBTQ plus ally. Hi, Boof. Yeah?
It's my little man. You having little thoughts in your little brain, little
The
man?
new engineers arrived this morning, Commander. We're
Ace
always
Rock
glad to have
Apostle
more
medal.
help down here.
Woof.
Mm.
Okay. So that's the main gameplay loop. We now go back here and await
Access lift operational.
that. So we want to excavate this so that we can uncover the steam vent.
Now, I like that it seems like you don't need to have buildings in between each other to.
Yeah,
Access.
they will.
So they're just stepping through
I'm
like
still having a hard time
virgin
grasping what it is
caverns
aliens are
and-
hoping to
Yep.
accomplish here. Are they studying
Excellent.
us? Why abduct humans seemingly at random?
Like,
There must be a pattern that we haven't established yet.
because we skipped past the tutorial, we have the officer training school already built, and the game always puts it in this distant corner here, with just nothing there.
Back in my day, we had to go caving uphill both ways to get to school and back. It was fucked up.
When selecting a specific jet within the hangar, you can choose to modify its current weapon loadout to best serve our needs.
It's sad that you can't name these things. Oh, whatever. Okay. So. We're gonna get an interceptor for Europe, because we'll need to be able to scramble from there to take down any UFOs we detect over Europe. Oh, German political party advocating peace talks with alien invaders finds little support amongst general public. Good.
Somebody find me this general public. I have a word with him.
Although the alien weapon fragments provide a limited glimpse into the systems utilized in their equipment, we've seen enough to confirm my worst suspicions about their technology. It is vastly superior to our own. However, I've been encouraged by the rapid developments the research team has made in studying the damaged circuitry and electronics we recovered. Our initial efforts have already yielded a successful outcome. The new integrated sighting module created for our weaponry was heavily influenced by the alien's own targeting system. So we can now get SCOPE.
Please tell me that actually stands for something.
You know? I don't know. I don't know if it's ever actually outlined.
The Special Condensing Ocular Peripheral.
Perfect, wonderful. Okay. What do you think? Xenobiology next?
Insectoid corpses. Yes.
This technology has a number of potential applications. I'm sure the science team is eager to begin. I'll notify you as soon as we have something significant to report.
So, we're going to produce a couple of scopes, and we will assign those soldiers next time we're scrambling.
Commander,
Oh.
we're receiving a transmission from the Council. Coming on screen.
The Council.
Oh, we received a number of eyewitness reports claiming aliens are moving through a neighborhood in a major Japanese city. Although we've yet to establish a motive behind this activity, we must treat all reported incursions as a serious threat. Central will provide further detail once our troops reach the affected area. Oh shit. Okay.
Excellent.
Okay.
We look forward to seeing your progress.
Some cool oblong pudding equipment. I like that.
I
That's what we're going with.
like it.
Now, why scope go in grenade pocket?
Yeah, it's
Scope
just
not on gun?
scope not on gun. Scope just kind of a general thing. Okay, we had. There we go. Okay. Looks good to me.
Good for me.
Squaddy Olbari is in the medical bay, wounded.
Strike one. Prepare for landing.
No, he didn't die. He's good. Just, taking a little bit of a lie down.
He got boo boo.
He got a
You'll be
boo
heading
boo.
into Japan for the next mission.
Hey, Sapporo.
Pick me up some takoyaki on the way back.
I can't wait for us to see this authentic Japanese neighborhood.
Uh-huh. It already looks so Japanese.
Strike one. Council intel indicates the aliens are charging a plasma bomb of some kind in your vicinity. Time is running short. We need to locate and disarm that weapon before they're able to finish priming it.
You mean
Our
this
sensor
thing?
readings indicate that the device is some sort of priming mechanism. The aliens are transferring power from it directly to the bomb itself. Disabling this power node should give you more time to find and disarm the explosive.
New objective received.
Is that the bomb? Because that looks like a bomb.
Look like a bomb to me.
Alright, Chamomile.
Voy.
Off you trot. That buys us a
Seems
bit more
you've bought
time.
yourself some time, but you still need to hurry, or, well, you know.
Ooh, what do they have in the hot bar there?
Meat.
Big meat.
Big meat.
Okay.
Alright, Randy Butternubs became an assault soldier, which allows them to use run and gun, which means that they can dash up to their full distance and then shoot, which is pretty fucking great. But they can only do that once every few turns. I forget how many it is exactly.
En marcha.
Yes, sir.
That wasn't sanitary, Randy.
Seemed unnecessary.
Crawled all over that meat. One thing that the sequel gets a lot better is that you are able to use verticality a lot more in your movements. In this one, you can use it a little bit, but it's much improved in XCOM 2.
Hmm. How does that work? Is it like is it another sequel? Do you still end up like researching stuff at the beginning, or is it like a continuation of
So, the way that XCOM 2 works is that, is that the bomb? That sure looks like a bomb to me. I mean, it's not the bomb. Is that it is, you know all those games of XCOM that you lost? Yeah. This is a sequel to those. Not the sequel to the one that you won.
Oh, okay.
Which I think is a fucking brilliant
Moving to position.
concept.
Interesting.
Where are they all?
A ello voy.
I don't know if that's a bomb or if that's like,
Just cool set dressing.
yeah. It's Vegeta's pod. Ah,
Understood. Moving out.
this might be overextending a little bit, but we'll see. Maybe it is just a pod.
Aye, aye. Hostile spot.
That alien is unusually human in its appearance. They could be using it as an infiltration unit of some kind. I'd recommend capturing it for further analysis.
Okay, it's not being rendered right now, but that was the Thin Man. They are, as
Good work. That'll buy us a little more time. But you still
Val
need to find that
mentioned,
bomb.
a infiltration unit. Fun fact, the Thin Men have a face model that is Sid Meier of Civ fame.
It's very good.
It's extremely good and powerful.
A ello voy.
Move her here to lay down a crossfire, because that Thin Man's probably going to come out of cover.
Headed there now. Contact.
Maybe that wasn't the best decision, but
Uh-oh.
I'm on the move.
put the whole banana in your mouth.
To remind me of my sin. Damn.
Yeah, the plasma guns are not good to be hit with. Ah, looks like you got caught in some alien crossfire there, Sid Meier.
Aw.
Haha, you got the joke. I love you.
No, that's a very good joke.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Oh, God.
Oh. Oh, natural 20.
Wow.
Oh, pour one out for Huevos.
First blood.
He's down.
Is it too soon to open voting for a new boy?
Haven't even filled out the death certificate yet. Poor glove egg.
Yeah, I forgot they just kind of explode with poison.
Get stinky.
Sorry, a
Strike one.
natural
That
20.
should buy us a few minutes.
Truly was the Eggman Cuckoo Cuckoo.
Scrambled eggs. Oh no.
Double time.
Just got poached.
Oh, Randy, I've done you dirty.
Uh-oh.
Repositioning on.
Oh, Randy.
Oh, Randy, your nugs.
Oh.
Actually, Randy's fine.
Run him down. On my way.
Pardon me. Mm-hmm.
Looks like you found the bomb. Get over there and deactivate it. Excellent. That's another one down.
We have a new objective.
X-ray neutralized.
Yolks on me. Yes. Oh. Oh. Man. Oh, jeez. I mean, we knew the risks. We did put all their eggs in one basket.
Oh, God.
Look sharp. Enemies rolling up.
She was just starting to come out of her shell, too.
That's a miss. Yep.
Missed. Heading out.
Neither.
X-ray down.
Really fitted
That's
like
zero
a
energy on that power node, strike
Oh
one.
man.
I repeat, power node deactivated.
Okay, Randy, go disarm the bomb.
Well done. Now you just need to eliminate
Good
any
thing you knew how
remaining
to
hostiles.
disarm an alien bomb.
I know, right?
Strike one. You've got a wave of X-rays closing on your location. Eyes up. Objectives updated.
Better get your lead shirts on, boys.
Ah, these meats are oh hard cover.
They were gonna destroy all the big meat, and then there would be none for the big meat festival.
Ya voy.
Yeah, boy. That's not what she's saying.
It is not. Oh wow! He's
Wow.
turbo dead.
Wow, that's a bad idea.
Estoy en marcha. Enemigos localizados. Estoy sin
Well
munición.
done, Strike One. I'm reading zeros on the bomb's energy signature.
Okay, I'm just going to open a giveaway for another soldier. So type exclamation point naming if you want to name a fella. It's okay, we'll go to the memorial and remember our good pal Huevos. Oh, Randy. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to bring 2 people in, maybe. Depends on how... Oh, we got a medal to name as well. Oh, I had 2 medals to name. Neat.
Dang.
It was a good egg!
Let's see.
Japanese populace is grateful for our assistance, even if they don't know who we are.
Thank you for saving our big meat.
Okay. Ah! All is right with the world on Natural 20 immediately gets it.
Oh dear.
Yeah. So I can find the med bay. I really love the ant's nest thing that we've got going on.
Yeah.
It's like you see your own soldiers just kind of bopping about.
It was pretty good.
I can find the medical bay as well. Oh yeah, there we go.
Kind of mid-bay-ish.
Either of those guys were wounded. Okay, Reef du Champ. field.
Ugh. God damn it.
What?
It's Garfield.
God.
Can we have orange skin?
I don't think so.
Feed her a lot of carrots.
No, I'm gonna say no, we cannot. My green armor. Or Garf. Okay, we should get Gustav back. Oh, skin 3, okay. Yep. Da, 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 da. Maybe do you some orange hair, let's see. Ooh. Not too red. I think that's
It's a bit on
pretty
the
good.
red side. Yeah.
Okay. Let's get another soldier named, I think. Actually, no, we'll name Medal next. Okay. So the next medal being named is the Defender's Medal, which confers the ability of either never panicking as a result of allies getting wounded or killed, or medkits and restorative mist heal the 2 HP more when used on this soldier.
Hmm.
So,
Well, I don't know about you, but the Never Panic seems kind of nice. Shower Thought, orthogonal light, electromagnetic waves whose wavelength is imaginary or complex.
oh my.
I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
Finger guns.
I think let's go for the Never Panic. While folks are deciding, we'll look at the International Service Cross as well. So, +2 will, which governs psionic abilities and some other stuff. Or +2 aim for content bonus XCOM has earned, or +2 will per different nationality in the squad.
I think the aim is more immediately useful.
I think so.
Whoever's going to get this surely isn't going to live to start using psionic powers.
Alright, Mela, what are you naming this one? And while Mela's deciding, we'll run another giveaway, so once again, ! naming if you want to name the International Service Cross. Kink Game? Kink Game? Just like Kink Game, not the Kink Game medal? just Kink Game?
Look, you've upset her now. Look what you've done.
It's not even gonna be a medal, it's just congratulations, I award you Kink Game. You know what? Fuck it.
Wow. Brestina Bubowski's Royal Rumpus 64. Thanks, Commander. I always wanted a copy of this.
No, Mela, Kink Game. Just Kink Game. It's fine. That's why you called it. I have awarded it. Now.
She's gone off to go play Brestina Bubowski's Royal Rumpus 64.
Okay, Cora, what's this one being called?
Kink Game.
Kink Game 2. I'm gonna be so sad. While Cora's deciding, let's see what our...
Better not do that. I'll get a bucket full of Jax's big crocodile tears and dump it over your head.
Mm-hmm. It was kind of you who started that meme. The St. Andrew's Cross. I see what you did there. Who has nose kinks? You don't want to know.
Squidward.
Oh, that's lucky for him, I guess. Okay, we're still excavating down there. Let me check out and see if we can do anything in the officer training school yet. No, we can't. This is kind of some useful stuff, so we can expand our squad size eventually. We can ensure that new soldiers are automatically squaddies, which means that they have their base promotion already. This is kind of neat. You have a squad leader that basically confers their will so that people will be less likely to panic.
It is written to say the exact opposite of that, but...
Is it?
Substitutes their will for that of all nearby lower will squad mates. Sounds like they're substituting it out for the lower will squad mate will.
Yeah, exactly. Their will, which is higher, is substituted out for... as in, the lower will squad mate gets the higher will.
It's the squad mates who are having their will substituted.
That's correct.
Awful.
Anything you'd like to say after receiving your Kink Game medal, soldier? Oops, all kobolds.
Contact detected.
Oh boy, we get scramble interceptors. We get a cool cutscene.
Hey, scramble. What's the matter, my man?
We have eyes on the bandit.
Nice.
Nice.
Central, this is Voodoo 37. We have a confirmed kill on Bogey 001. I repeat, the UFO is down. I'll copy, over.
Solid copy, Voodoo 37. Nice work. Central out. All right, people. Retask Recon Satellite Bravo and get me a visual on that crash site.
She's coming into range now, sir.
On screen. Magnify. Still in one piece. Commander, I recommend we get a strike team to the crash site immediately.
Enhance. Oh shit, we might actually need to name a couple of folks.
Ooh.
There's Garf. Yep, we need a last minute new squaddy, so let me oop. Okay. Slim chance of making the Pilk Drinker medal. No. Look how worried he is about the name change he's suddenly going to get.
Oh boy. Raw beans.
Can I be a Canadian hero?
Ah, you sure can, Iggy. Also, hey, thank you for the 15 months. Appreciate it.
Sure can, thank you.
You know, September's coming up.
It's true.
Don't know if we're gonna do anything special for
Before
it, but
Bottomtober.
before Bottober, yeah. Make Jerry the face rock. Oh no. Okay, Lily. Oh, I'm excited. What have you got in mind? Look how chunky that gun is. God damn it.
It's a chun.
It's just very large. It's like fucking 40k looking thing.
Yeah.
Oh my, okay.
Oh, dang.
Lone... Babu Goose... Booties. There we go! Spallone Babu... Babu Goo...
Spallone Babaguscuris.
It's dangerous to Spallone Babu Scooties, it sure is! I don't know what that means, but here we go!
Oh, Link, I'm so glad you saved me from Ganon. However did you do it? I couldn't have done it with the help of that old man who had a stroke in a cave.
Brazilian authorities
For
requested
giving
our
me
help,
the sword.
so that's where we're going next. It looks like the aliens went down in a sparsely populated area. If there are civilians in the area, I hope they stay clear.
Cool! Thanks, Bradford!
Alright. Yeah.
This is Big Sky. We're just north of the crash site. Strike 1 is in position to engage.
Loud and clear, Big Sky.
Alright.
We'll monitor those readings from here. Strike 1 is authorized to assault the alien craft.
So this is another of the mission types.
Estoy en
This
marcha.
is approaching a UFO that's been shot down. There is also a mission for approaching a UFO that's just landed, and that tends to be a bit more heavily guarded.
Makes sense.
Our snipers won't really come into their own until we get a promotion further down their tree called Squad Sight, which allows them to see everything that other squaddies see. So, like,
right.
Essentially, if a squad mate sees an alien and it's, you know, out of their usual, out of the sniper's usual visual range, they will be able to see that alien anyway. Which, man, that's useful. Man!
By the way, everybody, welcome to one of Brazil's many famous savannas.
It's kind of more of a temperate forest, but also
Just, one of Brazil's many temperate
forests.
coniferous woods.
Yeah.
Roll it out. Visual on the goods.
Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo.
Got a lot of heat on me.
If Garif Duchamp dies, you'll be haunted by the ghost of 3 lasagnas. We better make sure he doesn't die then. Okay, fairly good line of sight on both these guys. But since if we kill this guy also dies. That's, nope, that's a hit.
Nice. Brazil, Granada. What? Is that like Final Fantasy spells? Brazil, Brazara, Brazaga?
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Ah. JoJo's Brazier Adventure.
Velocipaster.
That's just battle tendency.
За дело.
Ubicación confirmada.
That sounds like the perfect fucking movie, Alice.
Dang.
do want this orange tang.
Delicious. Can you secure it so it doesn't explode?
Yeah, I'll be able to secure that next turn, but...
Gotcha.
Okay, here's
Well,
the
I
UFO.
don't want to alarm you unnecessarily, but I think you found a UFO.
I think I might have found an UFO.
Rolling out.
You're small enough, there's no law through anymore?
Don't remember that quote.
I mean, it's true.
It's
Maybe?
true. What are you gonna do? Put me behind bars or just walk right out of them?
I always think of that one character in that one Phoenix Wright game who calls UFOs UFOs.
UFOs.
Okay.
Afirmativo.
Oh.
Our readings can't be right. If they were, that's a being of almost pure energy.
Lot of heart, exactly, yes.
Alien abatido.
What a fucking shot! Holy
Dang.
shit! Dang, Garth. No, wait, that wasn't Garth. That was Stink's character. Ah, nice.
Moving to designated position.
Babagoo Scooties.
Babu Scooties.
Music has gotten intense.
Yeah, that's because Bill there caught sight of some aliens. Do you think Lotta Hart from Phoenix Wright is related to a lot of Pachina from Austin Powers?
That is how that works.
Yeah. Oh my god, you need to read the latest Jerry the Face Rock canon.
Hey, soldiers, Supreme Leader Jerry the Face Rock here. Aliens have copied my mind powers and now have mind powers of their own, but don't worry, my mind powers protect me from their mind control. If you suddenly have an urge to eat lasagna or drink pilk, that's them trying to control you.
Bless you, Jerry.
This is our legacy.
This is our legacy, this is our longest standing character.
Materials used in that vessel's hull must be at least an order of magnitude beyond any element we know of.
Okay, let's take a pot shot. Nice.
Cool. Well, good thing I knew how to do that.
Yeah, right. Alright. Hey, idiot.
Hello. Uh-oh.
Fine. This is safe.
Yep.
Chalk up another one.
Alright.
Jerry is going to need a lot of explanation, I feel like. And maybe some apologies. We're sorry.
I love the no aliens decal on the...
Very fucking good.
I'm impressed you were able to recover so much of the melt substance without any casualties.
Okay, Spallone Babaguskutis is now support class. Normal name. Bill Games has had an upgrade. Squad sight allows firing at targets in any ally's sight radius, but these targets cannot be critically hit unless using headshot. That's fucking good as hell. Snapshot is kind of nice, as in it gives you a more mobile sniper, but squad sight gives you a sniper that can attack from anywhere on the battlefield. Like, these two promotion chains are kind of themed around making snipers specialized more in one field or another. The left side is more about a more highly mobile sniper, so it has stuff like snapshot. It has stuff that lets them get better with their sidearm as well. So, like, if they need to engage something at close range, they don't have that -10 aim penalty.
Right.
I'm inclined to go with the squad sight route, though, because that's going to be
Yeah, I think
useful.
so. If they're going to be snipers, let them snipe.
Yeah. Okay, and Chamomile here has the option of either covering fire or more movement. I think these skill trees are largely themed around left side is more healing and right side is more different support abilities.
Oh, okay.
What do you reckon? Start.
I feel like at this current moment, a lot of the shots are going to be mostly lethal to us, right? Because we don't have a lot of armor.
That's true. Yeah.
So I'm kind of thinking the right side, maybe.
All right. So that means that she can now react to enemies firing at us, which very, very good. Ah, and we've got another LGBTQ ally medal available.
Oh, good.
Ooh, and we can start researching beam weapons. That's exciting.
Beam weapons.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the grey market
Several members
because
of the council have expressed an interest in acquiring some of the artifacts we've recovered.
we recovered
However,
these
be
damaged
careful in
light
choosing what
computers and
items we
power
release.
sources,
The research team may not have discovered their true value yet.
which thankfully the game is very good at saying, yeah, you don't need this. This is just purely for cool loot.
Cool.
That's a nice little bit of extra funding. Unidentified object shot down after prolonged aerial battle with unknown fighter craft. Yeah, that's us.
Nice.
It's not the black market, it's the grey market. Yeah, you're right. Hey, what do we... Okay. So we're currently waiting for our xenobiology research to complete, so we scan.
Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh, it's all happening.
It all happened at the same time.
Oh.
Okay. We have access to the Steam vent now, so I'm going to expend some of our credits to build this thermo generator, because that is going to let us not have to worry too much about power for a bit.
Sweet.
Oh, here we go.
Oh boy.
You're telling me that we should risk the lives of our troops so we can take one of these things alive?
Yes. Without a live specimen, I'm afraid we've reached the pinnacle of what my team is able to accomplish.
And how do you suggest we do this, Doctor?
The autopsy I've just completed confirms that the
Man, like fucking handcuffs or something? I don't know.
A highly concentrated electrical current delivered at close range should cause
Close range? And what happens if it doesn't work? Do you really think this is worth the risk?
I do. We do not know our enemy. How can we hope to stop something that we
Our
don't
enemy
understand?
is
If
unknown,
we can capture
you
one
might
of its
say.
features alive, we may be able to communicate with it.
And interrogate it. Find out what they want. Where they're operating from.
Yes. That possibility.
This guy's a
outweighs all
dumbass.
risks, in my opinion.
Bradford, he's a bit of a meathead.
Safe enough facility to house our captive, but
The bunch of meat in a homemade sweater.
with it.
Not to worry.
You can see his brain struggling already. There's evil within too. I fucking love that scene. Alright, we got a bunch of new objectives. We gotta build the alien containment facility, research an arc thrower, build it, capture a live alien, and interrogate it. Oh man, we've managed to successfully map the alien specimen's entire genome, though I wasn't entirely sure it'd be possible using our existing DNA sequencing techniques. However, our success led to the startling realization that this creature's genetic structure is quite similar to our own. This discovery has piqued the interest of the research team, as it only raises more questions as to the origin of this species. When examined several of the alien corpses, we've also observed a trend. Key components of the alien's genetic structure are mirrored perfectly across each of the specimens. Although it is presumptive at this point to draw conclusions as to how this is possible, I believe it is only logical to assume this alien is the product of aggressive genetic engineering, well beyond anything conceived of on Earth. If the aliens are truly capable of this sort of manipulation at a cellular level, I fear we may have only scratched the surface of their technological advantages over us. In any case, further research is imperative, and while we've obviously made a number of discoveries working with the alien corpses, I feel we may need to acquire a living specimen if we hope to truly find the answers to those questions. Maybe the invaders are all custom designed based on the target world? That's an interesting thought, actually, yeah.
That makes sense.
So, to take an alien alive, we would want to do the arc thrower, but we can start research on a few other things. We have all of our existing options, and also we can just do our instant autopsies of these guys, and we probably should.
Oh yeah.
So let's do that.
We've made a number of interesting discoveries based on the autopsy results of the alien specimen you brought back. The research team is now referring to this particular variation as a sectoid, based on the unusual structure of its internal organs, which we believe to be the product of genetic manipulation. As we've seen in the field, this species also seems to harbor some sort of telepathic ability.
Okay. We found no discernible genetic variance between any of the small humanoid aliens that have been examined thus far. They are perfect genetic copies, each and every one of them. The subject's brain is quite sizable with respect to its body and appears to have been augmented even further with cybernetic implants of some kind. Considering the fragile nature of this creature's physical form, it's safe to assume that these implants are intended to somehow improve the combat effectiveness of the species. Dr. Shen and the engineering team have already developed several theories as to how we might be able to adapt these implants for our own use. Additional tactical information may be available in the field when viewing hostile targets in the unit analysis view. Dr. Valen's personal note: cloning, genetic manipulation, biomedical implants. The implications of this technology and the aliens' motives are not reassuring. All these have a code name also, and this one was Roswell.
Of course.
Of course it was. So that allows us to now produce uplink targeting modules, which allow our interceptors a bit of a boost to accuracy when engaging with hostile UFOs, which can be a good little boost to the effectiveness of them. Let's autopsy Sid Meier.
The tall one has, up until this point, been unofficially referred to as the Thin Man. Initial testing has revealed a concerted effort by the aliens to modify this specimen's genetic structure in such a way as to make it appear human. However, on closer inspection, they seem to have had some trouble concealing the eyes, which appear to be reptilian in nature.
Oh my god.
I'm going to take this one.
Please.
The subject's external appearance is that of a Caucasian male. I would guess its age to be approximately 35 years old, although it's quite likely this is an artificial effect intentionally affixed by the aliens. The specimen is roughly 2 meters in height, weighs over just 80 kilograms. Despite its outward appearance, upon dissection, the creature's unique organ and bone structure is revealed to be distinctly alien in nature. The subject's bones are segmented, rather like the vertebrae of a serpent. or the vertebrae of anything with a vertebra. This segmented structure appears to give the creature a splendiferous range of motion in combat. It is possible, through our own genetic modification program, that we may be able to replicate the unique connective tissues that allow for this remarkable flexibility. If successful, our soldiers could see drastic improvements in their own physical mobility and resilience. A large portion of the specimen's thoracic cavity is devoted to enormous glands capable of producing a toxin that is then expelled via ducts with considerable force. After a thorough chemical analysis of the subject's venom, we theorized that it could be used as a powerful disinfectant to treat our soldiers' injuries in the field. Dr. Shen is working to develop a means to integrate the substance into our existing medikits for future deployment. Targeting another example of the specimen in the field using the unit analysis view may reveal further details about its distinctive combat abilities.
So we can't do the gene lab stuff yet because we've not done meld research, but we can do gas grenades, which are kind of neat.
Oh, it's got a human ear on top of it. Love it.
You know, it kind of does a little bit. Ugh. Oh yeah, the super jump.
Oh.
Okay. So usually capturing and interrogating aliens will give us a boost to researching other technologies, or give us some other cool shit.
I feel like I don't want to say that my hand has been chosen for me, but I feel like the one that says XX priority XX is maybe the one that we want to go with.
I expected
You know, that's
that
fair.
would be a priority research task, Commander. I'll begin allocating resources to the project immediately.
I'm going to excavate that so that I can put the alien containment over here. I guess we could probably put it here. Yeah. No, I'll wait the 5 days and put it there, because we're not going to be able to capture anything for a while yet. Okay. And then we wait. Ah, and we get to see our cool new thermogenerator.
Thermogenerator online. Excavation complete.
We'll come back to that. I just want to put in the order to build the alien containment facility. There we go. Oh, 1 credit. Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Well, Randy's back.
Yay,
Where are we going
Randy's
this
back.
time? Okay. We can get scientists, we can get engineers, or we can get a sniper sergeant recruit. We'll kind of just naturally accrue soldierbs. So.
I would say scientists this time. We got engineers last time.
Sounds good to me. Okay, let's see who we got. Put Babagoo Scooties on the sidelines and get Gustav here. Let's see. There we go.
Randy's back.
Randy's back. Still a friend. Alright. You unnaturally accrue soldierbs. What? What?
Strike 1. Prepare for landing.
Get ready to deploy. Our
All
aim
right.
is within the continental United States. Local
Time to-
government forces have reported a coordinated alien attack in a densely populated neighborhood. They're counting on us to secure the area.
Alright, this is a densely populated neighborhood.
Oh boy.
Requesting authorization to deploy.
Densely populated neighborhood. Definitely not just some docks. Are docks a neighborhood?
For shipping containers, yeah. That's where all the shipping containers live.
There. Alright. Bill's gonna hop up there.
Send somebody into the porta potty. There could be aliens taking a schnorp.
This isn't Duke Nukem, don't be silly.
Oh.
Dookie Nukie.
Do sectoids have buttholes?
I feel like that might be covered, and I don't think they do.
Well, they definitely don't cover their buttholes.
They definitely don't, they're very naked.
They're very naked.
Recibido, señor. Amigos localizados.
What is on that calendar?
It looks like a cute dog with a cowboy hat on it.
A happy dog with a little hat.
Yeah. Alright. Randy's gonna run and gun.
Yes, sir.
Look at him go! Don't miss. Attaboy.
Hoorah.
Afirmativo. Están retrocediendo.
I forget when it was introduced, but one tweak that they made to the game is that you're able to set your soldiers up to spawn using whatever voice pack their nationality determines they should be using. I thought that was fun.
Yeah.
So that's why we've got some folks in here speaking Spanish. What a shot.
Mm-hmm.
Ya voy.
Nice. Man, she is a fucking combat monster.
Yeah.
Here to kick gum and chew ass, and I'm all out of ass.
Heading there now.
Gang is fairly boiling. I'm loving it.
En la mano.
So, one thing that the original game has over this, besides strategic depth, which is, it's there in this game, but the original game let you build additional bases around the place, and it had a lot more resource management to do. Like, they're very different games, we'll put it that way.
Sure.
And one other thing is that the maps that it used were procedurally generated, which meant that you would get a lot of variety in the maps that you were playing on. But, you know, as ever with procedural generation, it's a double-edged sword. You can have really samey-looking procedurally generated maps quite often.
Right.
Oh, come on, gaming. Oh.
Yeah.
Missed the target.
Eso no me gusta.
So this game has a limited set of pre-created maps, which leads to more interesting maps in terms of terrain.
Right.
But it does mean that you go, oh, I've seen this map before. It kind of limits that a little bit by having multiple different deployment zones, so you might be attacking the map from a different starting position each time. That sort of thing. Come on. Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I don't know what that close-up was. I think XCOM 2 actually reintroduces some procedural generation for maps. I'm not 100% sure. It's been a while. I needless to say, once we're done with this one, we're probably going to attack the sequel.
Sure.
On my way.
Yeah, they are. Alright, Randy. Shotgun Overwatch is a ridiculous idea. Imagine that.
Andando. Eso es lo que estamos buscando.
Okay, so this is the power of Squad Sight. So Bill wasn't able to see this alien, but because our good pal Chamomile can see this alien, so can Bill.
Nice.
And oh look, they're out of position.
Ah.
X-ray neutralized.
So yeah, Squad Sight is kind of fucking OP. It feels
good.
like. Yeah. It's one of those ones that I'm always like, man, I kind of want to try the more mobile sniper tree, but Squad Sight's so fucking good.
Affirmative, moving out. Toda leche. Estoy en marcha. Tengo la mercancía.
Oh, you want a sniper as well, Delta? That's fair. Okay, so the last of them are probably somewhere around here.
Confirmed. Closing on target position now.
Hi, nerd! Yep, the enemy's within, apparently.
Whoa. They're either within or they're from the deep. Nobody's really sure.
That's a terror. It's a terror from the deep.
Oh, right. Not an enemy, just a terror.
Just a terror.
What's making that noise?
Similar to how folks have extended the lifespan of Roller Coaster Tycoon and Transport Tycoon Deluxe, there is an open XCOM project out there, which I kind of want to check out at some point.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Manos a la obra.
Also, did you know, Open Transport Tycoon Deluxe is on Steam now, for free, of course. Very good.
Oh, neat.
Hmm. Yeah, man, I'd love to see a Terror from the Deep reboot. That would be cool as hell.
That would be fun.
Estoy en marcha.
Like, for my part, I'm mainly sad that... Oh, there they are. Well then. One of them made a big mistake.
I'm about to start keeping score.
Look at that fucking range, though.
Yeah, really.
God damn. Okay. So, last thing to do here is just have Randy introduce this fella to the business end of his shotgun.
Another day, another successful operation.
And that was Chicago.
We saved Chicago.
Yay! Did Enemy Within nerf them? I think XCOM 2 nerfed them a bit.
Impressive work, Commander. Our soldiers have to be feeling good after a mission like that.
Like, certainly Squad Sight is a lot less powerful in XCOM 2.
Bilgamesh got a nickname.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, you can sort of see the mobility tree versus the stay in one spot and just fucking dominate the battlefield tree. Like, Gunslinger here confers extra damage with pistols, so that means that, you know, your sidearm is a good fucking shot. Oh, Squad Sight got a nerf that means it can't crit. Yeah, unless you use the headshot ability, which is still pretty fucking good. Damn good ground. 10 aim and 10 defense against enemy at lower elevation in addition to the usual elevation bonuses.
Dang.
I'm leaning towards that. I don't know what you're feeling.
Yeah, yep. Absolutely.
A natural 20, if you're still here and you want to change... Actually, no, this was... sorry, this was Spiffy's. Yeah. Spiffy, if you want to change Bilgamesh's nickname from Snake Eyes to anything else, just let us know. Randy Butternubs. So, tactical sense, extra defense per enemy in sight, or aggression, extra critical chance per enemy in sight.
What was the first one again?
Extra defense per enemy in sight. So, tops out at 20 versus the 10%, which tops out at plus 30%.
Oh shit, those are both really good.
They are both really good, and essentially, both of them allow you to have your assault trooper do really cool shit, like just get out there, get out of position, and not care.
Right. Let's go with the critical hit chance.
Alright. Yeah, the gunslinger tree is very good. The being able to attack multiple times in one turn is amazing. Hey, and now we can build labs.
We will be in touch, Commander.
We have medals available in the barracks, Commander, if you feel any soldiers merit an award.
Yeehaw, man.
I believe Dr. Vaughn expects our troops to try to bring one.
Sorry, the commander's currently looking at the vending machine and the $1.25 giant chocolate chip cookie, and they're just kind of crying. They got their face pressed up against the glass like Snow White. Baking cookie. Yeehaw, man.
Love it. Ooh, and I believe that because that's a sergeant... Oh. Right. Ooh. I have to do something for Russia soon.
Yeah.
Alright. Who gets an LGBT ally medal? I feel like Randy.
I think Randy deserves a medal.
Yeah. He's very pleased with himself. There is a building in this that lets you cut your soldiers' arms and legs off, which is very nice.
Oh.
Oh, they want Thin Man corpses. Okay. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Egypt on the brink of several major medical advancements because of the materials we gave them. And we got $25. Or $20.
$20.
Mm-hmm. We completed our research into the arc thrower prototype, and we believe this device is ready for final production and engineering. The mechanism functions on the basic premise of neurological disruption, emitting a focus. It's a taser for aliens. Aliens will resist the disabling effect, constrained by our power supply technology, 2 shots per deployment. House them in an alien containment facility. Okay. The reason that you cut your soldiers' arms and legs off is so that they can wear a giant mech suit, by the way.
Of course.
They get cool robots prosthesis when they're not in the mech suit as well.
It would be kind of fucked up if we didn't give them prosthetics.
It would be kind of, I mean, they could stomp around in their giant robot suit all the time.
If you're not in the suit, you're just... I don't know, you're just gonna sit there, I guess.
Okay, so where are our studies taking us next? We can knock out alien materials, which will help us start researching new armor. We can look at meld recombination, which gives us the ability to genetically modify people and also to build those big robot suits. Experimental warfare, which I don't remember what that does. I think that gives us the foundry, which gives us upgrades to some objects, and beam weapons, which, you know, that's our next tier of guns.
Let's do melds. I want to turn into a furry.
I appreciate your efforts to support the research team, Commander. I've already put the new recruits to work in the lab.
Well, thankfully, the arc thrower costs $19.
Ah, thank goodness.
Oh, and I can still get that cookie. Oh, hang on. I want to just zoom real close in on this here.
What? Caution! This device contains explosive materials. Do not expose to heat or pressure. Do not kick the device. Avoid manhandling and or panhandling. Store in a cool, dry place.
Some neat little details like that you spot on screens around the place. I forget if there's someone in the control room just playing solitaire or not.
There had better be. But yeah, they should be playing Alpha Centauri.
Oh my god, if only. That doesn't look like it. Okay, let's go back to the geoscape. See if we can squeeze in one more fight.
Alien containment
Yeah.
facility online.
Nice.
I want to be mean to an alien. Hopefully in Russia.
Congrats, you unlocked torture.
So, what is it,
Yay.
Doctor?
Yeah, kinda.
It's remarkable. The crystalline structure housed within the canister is actually a suspension containing billions of cybernetic nanomachines, each made up of both organic and mechanical components.
My team's analysis indicates these microscopic robots are capable of assembling mechanical structures with unprecedented efficiency. With further study and some specialized facilities, we may be able to engineer a sort of cybersuit that interfaces with the human body.
My team is more interested in the possibility of physically altering the tissue itself, incorporating aspects of the alien's own genetic adaptations by using the nanites to fuse the
Oh,
foreign
bones
material.
turn into orange
The commander
tang.
will have to decide where the greatest advantage lies. Is there anything you agree on?
Given the apparent purpose of the nanites, they allow combining organic materials with one another, or with machines. We have at least agreed to call them
Meld.
Oh, 2 paths.
Mm-hmm. You can actually explore both of them. It's just, you know, you can. Yeah, exactly. You can.
Alright then.
You can do both, but typically in one of these games, you'll only really have the chance to lean hard into one of them.
Right, that's fair.
Okay. Amazing Material's most salient feature is its versatility. In direct testing, we were able to devise several methods to allow for direct manipulation of the meld substance and its physiochemical properties. While searching our records for any references to a material with similar properties, I uncovered a number of redacted data stores created in the 1960s. Much of that information appears to have been lost. In any case, the advances we made should allow for a wide range of applications in the fields of genetic modification and cybernetic enhancement, although we will need to build dedicated facilities to enable these potential research pathways. It is probable that the invaders are more familiar with MELD than we are, and may already be fielding combat elements that take full advantage of the capabilities. So, the mention of the 1960s there, that's referring to the XCOM shooter that came out slightly before the initial XCOM reboot.
Okay.
If you were familiar with Noah Antweiler, aka the Spoony one, that's the one he yelled betrayal a lot about. So. Yeah.
Fair enough.
And to be fair, I was upset too. It's like, oh yeah, we've decided to resurrect this old tactical game, and it's a shooter.
That's fair.
And I feel like there was there was kind of a trend of that as well, because like, there was another game, Syndicate, that came out around the same. It was announced or came out around the same time. I forget what exactly, and that was also just another shooter, whereas it was kind of this weird top-down pseudo-tactical RTS thing originally. And
do something like that with Fallout too, like Brotherhood of Steel or something with something like that.
Yeah, so I think that by that point Fallout had already got Fallout 3, so.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
I think it was like a 64 game or something.
Brotherhood of Steel was PS2 and original Xbox, I think. Oh. So yeah, these are some of the gene mods we can research, which is kind of cool. And this is our first big robot boy.
Ah.
Look at that thing. Okay.
Guess let's get the materials out of
We've
the way.
assembled everything we need to capture and house an alien for interrogation, Commander. The rest is up to our forces on the ground.
Game that relies on tactics resorting to more action-based gameplay. Never happened before. Yo.
Incoming transmission.
We are extremely impressed.
Well, you don't
with the
need
progress
armor. You
of
just
the
need to not
XCOM
get
project
shot.
thus far, Commander.
Hmm.
Your recent results were beyond our expectations, and that is not a statement this council makes lightly.
So, we're doing well.
Remember,
Good.
we will be watching.
And I think that's where we're going to call the stream, because unfortunately we had a lot more stuff to get through there. So,
Yeah, I think any other missions would put us well past time.
yeah. So, we're going to save and quit. And, oh boy, tomorrow, 6 p.m. Pacific, so earlier than normal, we are going to be back with Garfield Kart Furious Racing Part 3. Oh boy!
Of 3?
Hopefully of 3. I hope it's of 3.
You mean you're not enjoying Garf Kart?
I'm gonna be happier now that we're not doing the goddamn puzzle pieces, I'll put it that way.
I think we just gotta clear just to smooth sail through the courses.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let's see who is still online. Ooh, okay. I think we might just go raid Lilith Mode, who is currently playing Warzone 2100, which, dang, that's a classic. So, let's see. I don't have a raid praise. I don't have anything much more.
Alien activity.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. Raid phrase is alien activity. Please copy and paste that into Lilith's chat when we arrive there. And yeah, we will see you again real soon. Thanks for coming along, and have a great
Good night,
evening.
everybody.
Good
Mwah.
night. Mwah.